you're buying any cards from TCG Player, please use the link in the description to help support my content. This video is sponsored by Pokemon Store, TCG Player, PokemonCard.io, and Card Market. Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new video here at Tailman. Thank you so much for tuning in. So yesterday we played and went undefeated with the fabulous Mew VMAX deck, and today we're going to be playing with its number one counter, which is Single Strike. Now, Single Strike decks have been quite popular lately, either the Gengar VMAX variants or this more traditional variant that we saw rise from Evolving Skies, featuring Umbreon V as one of the main attackers of the deck, with the attacks Mean Look, doing 30 damage and preventing your opponent's Pokemon from retreating next turn, and Moonlight Blade doing 80 damage plus 80 more damage if Umbreon V has any damage counters on it. Now it's going to be very easy to accomplish, as Houndoom's ability Single Strike Roar lets you search your deck for a Single Strike energy, attach it to one of your Single Strike Pokemon, and you put 2 damage counters on that Pokemon, immediately activating the bonus effect for Umbreon's attack. Now, on top of that, we have Umbreon VMAX with its ability Dark Signal, allowing you to switch one of your opponent's bench Pokemon with your active Pokemon when you play this Pokemon from your hand to evolve one of your Pokemon during your turn. So, pretty cool to see this combination, pretty great ability. The attack, nothing to write home about. Max Darkness does 160 damage for 3 energies. You can power that up to 240 if you have 4 Single Strike energies, or less depending on how many you have. But usually with 3, that is enough to KO other V Pokemon, which might sometimes be enough. But as long as you have enough energy to attack, you are one-killing the number one public enemy, which is Mew VMAX right now. Now, on top of this, we have the bonus line of Single Strike Urshifu VMAX. Has the attack beatdown for 3 colorless, doing a solid 100. But with Single Strike energies, we can increase that. But most importantly, we have G-Max One Blow doing 270 damage, and you discard all energy from this Pokemon. This attack's damage isn't affected by any effects from your opponent's active Pokemon. So base 270 damage is very nice, but with the Single Strike energies, that can go all the way up to 350 damage, or with 330, which is actually enough to 1KO all the meta relevant G-Maxes up to Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX. The only thing that has more than that is Eternatus VMAX at 340, but they are weak to fighting, so it doesn't really matter. So very nice card to have. And then we also have Urshifu V with the Impact Blow attack doing 180. With 2 Single Strike energies, you get to do 220, which is a very nice amount, and can 1-kill other V Pokemon. So you can choose to either trade with your regular V Pokemon, or you can go into a VMAX battle, and that flexibility makes this deck very powerful. On top of that, we have 2 Crobat Vs for support, and then consistency-wise, this deck is actually extremely consistent with 4 Capture Energies, 4 Battle VIP Pass, and 4 Quick Pulse. Of course, the Battle VIP Passes are sort of useless. Well, not sort of useless. They're completely useless after turn 1, but as long as you get to use them, use 1 on turn 1, that's usually enough, because you do want to establish as many hand hours as you can, and that is why we have so much basic Pokemon search. Now, we also have Boss's Orders, even though we have Umbreon VMAX's ability, as we won't always have an Umbreon V available on our bench ready to evolve. We have 4 instants to search for our VMAXs and our Houndooms, and then 4 research and 4 Marnie round out the deck, along with a utility Tool Scrapper, and then a couple of switches in case we get something stuck in the active spot. How about we jump into the ladder and see if we can face off against some Mew VMAXs and see how we fare against them. Alrighty, so we do win the coin flip. That means we do get to go first, which is always a nice thing. Not the best starting hand overall, but manageable, I guess. And we're probably up against our beloved Station Zamazenta deck, or it could be Duraludon as well. Alright, so let me think this through. This hand, I could be risky with the Stadium and hope to get something off of that, and Quick Ball for an Umbreon, so I get to attach the energy. However, I could also choose to use the Tower of Darkness first, see what I get, and then decide what to do based on that. I think that's what I'm going to go for. And we are rewarded with a Battle VIP Pass, which is fan-freaking-tastic. Alright. Like I said, I don't know what I'm up against yet. However, Urshifu V has a much easier time knocking out Zacian, and I still get to establish an Umbreon if I need to, and I still get to play Path to a Peak. Sorry, I still get to play Crobat next turn if I need to, which I probably will. But what I wanted to say is, like, I don't have to worry about Path to a Peak because whether it's a Zacian Zamazenta deck or a Jolteon deck, they are clearly not going to be playing a Path to a Peak, right? That would make no sense. The Rotom Phone does potentially, indicate that they don't have a great hand. So now we have a chance to just outright win here. Okay, so we are in a very good spot. We need double Houndoom, and we also need the VMAX, but we actually have a solid chance to just outright win the game right here. So that's what we're gonna go for. We're gonna go ahead and attach, we're gonna go ahead and thin the deck, and then step number 1 is quick walling away. I think the capture energy for now is good, and we'll get to use Crobat, and we still have a supporter to be played. Our Stadium can still get us cards. The key card to not draw is the single strike energy, because otherwise, since we priced another one, we wouldn't be able to attach it, right? So I think I'm just going to establish another Houndour. I think that's a good idea. And I'm not super happy about... I could also just find the Tool Scrapper, right? All right, so there's a Marnie. I need double Incense or a combination of Houndoom and the VMAX, and that's exactly what I get. So we start off once again with this new focus on hyper competitiveness, right? We are rewarded with solid starts, solid wins with these top tier decks. Gmax 1 blow, 1 hit KO cessation, and we move on to the next match. Alrighty, so next match, Water Grass deck box could be just Ludicolo with the stage 1. It could also be like a Leafeon with water coverage, which would be very peculiar to see. Either way, Urshifu seems like the way to go, as Umbreon is weak to grass. So for now, that's what we're going to lead until we have more information on what we are up against. We actually see a Grookey, so completely wrong on all accounts for now. Alright, so we did prize a Houndour. So I already have this. I kind of want to burn the 2 instances, but I also don't want to. Maybe just save them for next turn, and I'll get a pretty solid Crobat next turn. So yeah, never mind. I was thinking of playing the 2 instances to utilize Crobat, but what would I be looking for if I played Crobat? I would be looking for a way to find a Houndoom, potentially a way to find my VMAX, and draw power, right? So why do that? I think this is a fantastic hand, and there's no need for me to rush, you know? And once again, just like in the previous Mew deck video that I mentioned, if you haven't watched it yet, I definitely recommend you should, where it seems like people's goal, when they have the cards in their hand, they look at them and they're so excited about playing them because they can, not because they need to, right? And they end up overextending most of their plays. All right, so now that I see that I'm up against a Rillaboom V, I have 2 options. I can either just knock out this Grookey, and that eliminates any Rillaboom potential. My opponent also did not play any Stadium, so I'm not really scared about his deck at the moment. He evolves into the VMAX, that's fine. I can also just knock it out immediately, and I'm pretty sure the VMAX requires 4 energies if I'm not mistaken, so I'm not threatened at all, and I don't think it does enough damage to KO me anyways, so I like this. There is a possibility of Path to the Peak, so I'm gonna keep the Tower of Darkness for now. Just go ahead and Crobat. I would love okay, I was gonna say I would love to bench another Houndour, but I guess this will suffice for now. Just go ahead and beat down. We can eliminate the Rillaboom next turn, no matter where it is. We can go after it. Pretty weird to get all of our Tower of Darkness so early on without having played a single supporter, but it is what it is. Can't complain, right? Haven't played a supporter and look at my board. Cannot complain at all. So we do see the Incense. I'd be very surprised if my opponent evolves into a VMAX and just gives me the 3 prizes. Yep. So we just see a Drizzle. Completely fine. Maybe for a Marnie, maybe for a Research. Yep, there's the Research. So that means we get to keep our hand and we get to see more of my opponent's options. I would love to see them play a stadium, any stadium that isn't Path to a Peak, actually, so that I know that I can play my stadiums freely without fearing of getting stuck with a Path to a Peak. We don't see an energy attachment. I feel like I definitely go Umbreon VMAX, attack the Grookey, and put them onto your bench. Oh, okay. I thought it was basic grass energy. No, it's basic grass Pokemon. We're not scared of that. So this upcoming turn, they're probably gonna establish. No, they don't establish another Grookey. Okay, so with that in mind, my opponent's sad, which I understand why they are sad. I'd be sad too. All right, so let's go ahead and attach this. Let's go ahead and evolve, and we're gonna knock out the Grookey right here. And we're going to establish another of you, and still no supporter played, right? Still no supporter played whatsoever. So this last spot, I mean, I can establish, I should establish a Houndour, right? But I'm in such a good spot right now, such a good spot. Alright, so just go for the beatdown. So no energy acceleration for my opponent. Even if they go like energy switch, attach rapid strike energy, and attack me with Rillaboom VMAX's attack. I don't remember what the attack does, but I'm fairly sure it doesn't do 310 damage, right? And here we go. Max beating does 130. You may discard up to 3 grass energy from this Pokemon. This attack does 50 more damage. So it does up to 280 damage. No way for them to KO me. That's 300 damage at most, so I'm 10 short of the knockout. However, if they do have the energy switch play plus the rapid strike energy, oh no, that doesn't even work anymore actually, because of they need 3 grass energies to attack. So never mind, we are completely fine. And this G-Max Drum Solo does 180 and 40 damage to 2 of your opponent's bench Pokemon. So yeah, I'm pretty sure we're fine. So we'll do 50, and then they'll do 280. I won't be able to power up for back-to-back KOs, but all I need for the win is to knock out either of these guys, so we should be fine. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna power up the Houndoom, or get the Houndoom rather. And I only have an urn of vitality, so I don't even need... Yeah, I'm in such a good spot. Okay, so I will have 110 plus 180. I won't be able to power up for a KO after they attack me. So that means I will need a switch, right? So that means I should Marnie here. Even though I lose an urn, I still have other urns, and I will get closer to the potential switch and game-winning play. There we go. So we're not using another VMAX, that's for sure. And there's the Research, which is great. So we'll go ahead and attach here to get that ready. And we'll just go ahead and G-Max one blow for the one-shots. So all we need now is Incense plus Urn in order to win this game. Incense plus Urn off of the next 8 cards, potentially 10 if we get to use Tower of Darkness. There's even merit to KOing myself, but my opponent attaches a Capture Energy, so we are definitely not getting KO'd right here. So now we just need earn, right? Now we just need an earn. And we are good to go. And we need an earn over the course of the next 2 turns. Well, earn plus Umbreon. Earn plus Umbreon. And there's the earn. So now we just need the Evolution Incense or Umbreon VMAX. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this. Or I could just attack the active, right? If I just attack the active, I mean, I still need earn. So yeah, never mind. Like it's the same thing. I'm gonna research. If I get incense, I win. If not, I attack the active, and then I just need an earn in order to win. I do, however, get the incense, get the Umbreon, and get the KO for a very solid win against a deck that's not very good, right? In terms of its playability. So yeah. Right, on to the next match. Alright, so I do the coin flip, and I think one thing we can highlight, like, even though obviously Rillaboom VMAX is not the most competitive deck out there, right? What I can highlight from the previous game especially is the train of thought, right? No matter what opponent I'm up against, no matter what I'm trying to do, my mindset is always towards how do I win, right? I think that's the most important thing that you can take away from something like the previous game, right? My opponent never applied any pressure. It was just me playing solo, but every single turn, my mentality, my train of thought was always asking myself, how do I win? How do I win? What cards do I need now in order to win? Something changes. Do I need to readjust? My opponent whiffed, so now what do I need to win, right? I'm always asking myself that. I'm always looking towards that, and I think that's the most important thing that you can take away from my videos, yeah, or from matches that perhaps are not going as planned, right? And okay, so somehow this hand isn't too great, but now we know we're up against Jolteon, so having this on the bench is pretty great. We have a boss. My hand is dead, right? It has been dead for 2 turns now. So we're hoping my opponent Barney's me, but I do have a lot of outs. I have 4 Quick Ball, I have 4 Stadiums, I have 4 Research, 4 Marnie. That's 16 cards, and then I also have 2 Crobats. That's 18 cards. What else is an out? I think that's it. Oh, but they're playing the Dream Ball, however. So they are playing the Dream Ball combo with Dusknoir. So if they get that into play, we are dead. So our dead draw is now a pretty big deal. A pretty big deal. All right. Oh, they discard the Dream Ball. Okay. So unless they play a second one, we're fine now. Unless they play a second Dream Ball, we are actually fine. Oh well. Jeez. So definitely gonna bench this. Definitely gonna do this. And establish another Houndour. And we're gonna mean look for the KO. Not looking great so far. Price card, not useful. Gee. My opponent hasn't played a supporter either so far. So don't get me wrong, we are definitely in trouble here. Definitely in trouble. So why would you... Did they search for the Dream Ball with a Shady Dealings? I think they did. Okay, so one Houndour is definitely dead. And I can still one kill the Jolteon with... Now, I have all those 18 top decks and 4 instances and 4 Houndooms. Any of those get me the knockout on the Jolteon. So please, please. I wonder if they put the damage on the Urshifu actually. They do, okay. I actually think that's the right move. Now even if I get the return KO, they can still get the return KO. Okay. I mean, it's only draw 2 though. So let's not get super excited. Alright. With this, I feel like I just want to research. I lose 2 urns, yes, but I don't need a lot of energy recovery right here in order to pull this off. Okay. Alright, so we do find KO. We also priced 1 energy. Okay, so now I definitely think I want to draw extra cards right here. Double Houndoom is actually very, very good. I will need the urn, however. Well, I guess with Marnie, if I get the energies into the deck, I can actually get them back. No, I'll still probably need an urn though. So, yeah, I'll still need an urn. Okay, I'm gonna power up this guy. I'm guessing my opponent will be tempted to take the 4 prizes if they end up attacking next turn. Though knocking out these 2 would be the correct way to approach this. Alright, Umbreon, Incense, Tower of Darkness. Okay, so I still have an energy prize, so I will need an urn for sure. No way around it. One of my 2 urns left. Oof, did I overdo it with that research? Maybe I should have Marnied. That generally could be very, very costly. And they have, oh wow, the Houndour actually could just, oh wow. The Houndour just goes down. In fact, research, okay. Well, here we go. They need, wow, that gets them, yeah. So that gets them the badge and the Jolteon VMAX. I think we're gonna lose these. I think we are going to lose badge and path. The path is not that important, as we do have our own Tower of Darkness. There's the badge, there's the incense, and they got the energy. And yeah, the issue is now they can double quick shooting on the Houndour. Yep. 5 prize turn for my opponent. So now on top of everything, I need a switch. I need switch plus urn. It's the only way I win here. Switch plus urn is the only way I win. Maybe, okay, maybe I did this wrong. Maybe if I had evolved into Umbreon and the VMAX, so I discard the Umbreon. If I had discarded the energy and I evolved into, yeah, I think actually, I lost myself this game. I didn't think this fully through. If I just evolved into Umbreon VMAX and evolved into this VMAX, I would have knocked out the Jolteon on the bench, and the Jolteon VMAX doesn't threaten me, and then I just need 1 energy to win the game. So that's probably what I should have done. Oof, okay. So if I lose this, it's 100% my fault. And I am down a switch. I'm not down a switch. I need a lot though. So I need to get very lucky. No way around it. No way around it. I need to get very lucky here. Alright, so let's do this. Then let's go ahead and quick pull away the boss. Clearly not using that. We'll grab Urshifu. Yeah, 2 switches and 2 urns. Yep. So it's gonna come down to that. So I'll do this, then I'll attach this energy and thin a Houndour, sure. Yeah. And then we will grab this to thin. I mean, you, sure. It doesn't really matter. Either I win or I lose this turn. There's no way around it. And then we research. We need switch and urn of the next 9 cards. There's 1. I can thin a little bit. So I can't evolve this, I can't evolve this. So I think I'm better off failing this. And then using Crobat for maximum chances of the switch, right? Yeah. So I'll play the urn. I do make the deck thicker, but then I just get the energies. So it comes down to the switching card. And I'm looking at the next 5 cards. So I need a switch of the next 5 cards. Odds are not in my favor. If I lose this game, it's completely on me. Completely on me for not thinking things through more carefully, right, about my potential win condition. But I am able to find a switch. The deck rewards me. And yeah, look at what happens when you play competitive decks. This completely, like, I should have put myself in a better situation. I did not think this through fully. So I made it harder for myself to win by not fully thinking things through. But we managed to but then, like, I made that mistake, no way to go back. So then I did everything that I could in order to maximize my chances of winning the game this turn. And as you can see, for those of you who think that that started to think that I started cutting out videos or cutting out games or whatever, take a look at the last 3 videos and you'll see the 10 wins in a row, counting this one, the previous video, and whatever I played before. 10-game win streak, no cuts. I never cut any games. Whether I win or lose, I will never ever do that. Thank you so much for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed, and come back for some more competitive Pokemon tomorrow. Bye bye.